Yes, sorry for the slow start. I've had to re-record this, but Gordon Brown claims to be listening to us, and it's pretty plain that he isn't. They've just started a new YouTube service with lots of stuff from Gordon Brown and lots of stuff from the Prime Minister. But if you look at all the Gordon Brown videos, you can't answer them, you can't reply to them. So they're just using this medium, YouTube, to talk to us, to tell us things, but we can't tell them things, not in direct response to what they say to us. So what I'm saying to you, Gordon, is stop lying to the public about the EU and the so-called treaty. You and I both know that it is the Constitution wrapped up in different newspapers, that's all. And you promised us a referendum on the Constitution, and you are being a mealy-mouthed, weaselly little politician by pretending that you believe that the treaty is something different. The British public, or a large number of them, aren't going to be fooled by that. If you look at all the indicators around the country, right the way up from these little parish polls that have been being held, you will be getting the message loud and clear that the British public want a referendum on this treaty. And you are denying us this referendum. You are being about as noticeable of public opinion as the French royalty were of the public opinion prior to the French Revolution. You're listening to the whispers of discontent as well closely as the Soviet leaders used to listen to the people, as the Chinese people listen to their people. You aren't listening, you're being as bad as them. And no one can understand why politicians are taking the attitude that they are about the EU. Not all politicians. There was a goodly number of MPs that voted against this treaty in the recent recent vote in Parliament, but unfortunately it got through because, of course, too many MPs are frightened for their jobs and do what the whips tell them. And the Liberal Democrats are a useless bunch anyway. They would have had us spending euros years ago and in a federal Europe. But you and I both know that what you and Parliament can now do is considerably less than it could have done 30 years ago in terms of governing this country, in terms of altering tax laws, other aspects of fiscal policy. We want our fishing grounds back, can't do that. We want tougher sentences, we want tougher prisons, we can't have that. We want more discipline in schools, we can't have that. We want more money spent in this country on things like crumbling hospitals and schools. We can't have that because we're paying for money, paying for things in Eastern Europe to be built. The Polish underground, the Warsaw underground system, apparently paid for by EU money, which of course means a lot of our money. We don't want that, Mr. Brown, but you aren't listening. Referendum now, please.